Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Friday, January 30th, 2026. This is The Drop. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer, JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hello, podcast listeners. Let's hit the like button. Let's subscribe. Let's leave your boys 5-star ratings and reviews because we got a great drop today. On today's show, we're going to draft a few of the most interesting teams before the NBA trade deadline. We'll do a couple rounds of that. Tass has what I am calling now one of the best batches of worst of the week nominees in quite some time.
Okay, one of the best.
I like
agree.
it. I like it. And we'll end with some rapid fire fun. But first, we had an amazing Wedgie last night. Wedgie number 40 was a big one. Probably in play for Wedgie of the year.
Gotta be.
It came in the clutch, and it was our two rookies leading in Rookie of the Year race. Kon Knueppel trying to get down there on the fast break ahead of Cooper Flagg, who does block it into a Wedgie, but a foul was called as well. And we're going to break down this game because Kon stepped to the line and he hit some free throws. But what a Wedgie. Look at the pace we're on right now. Just a good year, and thanks to everybody hitting us up on Twitter or Instagram or in the comments. Hey, make sure you got that Wedgie. You got that Wedgie? Hell yeah, we got that Wedgie.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And let's talk about the game
Let's talk about it.
because it was a rookie showdown. It was a rookie duel. It was an epic duel.
It was.
It's a good game. Kon Knueppel made those two free throws, like I said, with about 4 seconds left for a career-high 34 points as the Charlotte Hornets stayed hot to beat the Dallas Mavericks 123-121, spoiling Cooper Flagg's 49-point masterpiece. This guy just turned 19 years old, and he broke the NBA record for points in a game by a teen. And Knueppel hit 8 three-pointers to set a record for the Hornets franchise. So our two guys here, Tass, our two favorites for ROI, living up to the hype. What a game.
This could have been the biggest duel of two rookies ever. I mean, it sure feels that way. It's hard to compare, right? Let's look back. It's hard to compare that. It's hard to compare what are the best worst of the week nominees throughout the season. But this was spectacular to see Cooper Flagg's growth here. I wondered when he had a few bad games. Maybe it was the more games than it was at Duke. Maybe he had a long summer. Maybe he would slow down. The ball is in his hands at all times now, especially with Anthony Davis going down as well as Kyrie Irving. They have injuries. He took the most shots of his career on this night. It was all on his shoulders, and he is absolutely spectacular. The game has slowed down so much for him. He's ready to slow it down in the mid-range or take it to the hoop. While Kon Knueppel, I think, is sort of overlooked as just a, air quote, 3-point shooting guy. He can put it on the floor.
He does so much more,
He is so good at getting in the mid-range. He's shooting 70% at the rim. He's shooting 60% from short mid-range, 10 to 16 feet. So he stops, he pops, he can do whatever, and he's a great playmaker. So this is, I don't know if it's the best rookie competition or rookie game ever, but it sure feels that way.
It's got to be on the short list. I did see, according to ESPN research, their combined 83 points, Cooper Flagg, Kon Knueppel last night, the most by a pair of rookies in a game since Tiny Archibald and Pete Maravich.
Tiny and Pete
Went for 91 in 1971 as rooks. So, yeah, it's there. It's in the running here. It lived up to the hype. This was the fun, right? The anticipation of this game. A late January game between two teams who are still below 500, but they put on a show.
Yeah, this was just awesome to watch. My dad texted me at like 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Keeping the old man up to
Wow.
watch Cooper versus Kon. I can't believe we didn't mention either of these guys for superstar names because these are both incredible names from these two rookies, and it was just so cool to watch them both attacking the way they do. You're right, Kon does a lot other than shooting, but it was shooting threes last night.
Oh, yeah.
That was the thing for Kon Knueppel. I was seeing this and I was like, maybe Lee's right. Maybe he is going to break a Steph Curry record eventually someday since he came in lighting the league on fire, shooting threes immediately, whereas, Steph took a little bit before he finally unleashed that on the NBA. But the other thing that Kon is great at is he's got an awesome nose for the ball. He's so good at getting 50-50 balls, and that's what you saw on that last play where it was like maybe the first play of the game where Cooper was just a little bit nonchalant. Kon comes over to double team, gets his hand on the ball. Sion James, who also played with these guys at Duke, makes the save.
What a
Kon
save,
takes it to the other side. Yeah, and then the Wedgie. It's the year of the block Wedgie.
Yep.
So early leader in the clubhouse, I think, for Wedgie of the year. But this was just great to see. Cooper's craft has come so far. He started this year, looked like a disaster because they had him playing point guard, went through the growing pains, and guess what? Now he's playing point guard again, and he's awesome at it. He's got Kon on his back the entire time, like will come around a screen, stop, put him in jail, then get to his little floater. He's got a really strong left-hand drive. That kind of became a problem, I thought, on that last play where he drove basically into a double team to try and shoot over the top of it. But pulling that 3 to get to 49 points, tie the game up, it was just awesome. Like, this is why we do podcasts. And we don't do it to talk about trades. We do it because we love watching basketball games like this. So that was really special.
Yeah, the Hornets broadcast with Eric Collins, of course, on the call was amazing on the Cooper Flagg 3 to tie the game up. Because, Cooper had at that point, obviously, 46 points, having a monster game. And Eric Collins is like, we'll live with the 3. Give him the 3. Just stay back. And then he bangs home the 3. He drops Eric Collins. No! And just like so into it. And then Cooper Flagg got the ensuing defensive rebound. And then you went through that play where they wisely, it looked like Cooper was going to attack right, and he sort of stopped and he pulled it back. And then it's like, Hornets are like, are you going to double or not? And then, Kon came and he got the hand on the ball and was saved by James, and that led to the Wedgie and the free throws, and then one more chance for Cooper, but played well. And look, the Hornets here are one of the feel-good stories right now, Tass. Now 11-1 with this starting lineup of LaMelo Ball, Kon Knueppel, but who, by the way, those two run a lot of like guard pick and roll action with the ball in their hands. Brandon Miller, and then Bridges and Moussa Diabate. So 11-1 here with this starting lineup because the offense is just lights out.
It is lights out. They could use just one big wing to be able to guard somebody like Cooper Flagg. That's one thing that they're lacking a little bit. But Moussa Diabate is doing everything he can defensively. Offensively is where they are a marvel. Really, LaMelo Ball is just so good right now. His lead passes where he's able to lead a guy, 6 inches into where he's running to in every situation, whether it's, flipping it across the court for a skip pass or a lead pass on the break. He's just so good, and he's so comfortable doing it right now. Hopefully it lasts. Hopefully Brandon Miller stays healthy because he is, he's an absolute terror when it comes to scoring, just period, just dunking and everything. And you go with throwing a Kon Knueppel who can play make. They're stacked, and so it's fun to watch. And it's fun to watch in an environment in Dallas where they retire Mark Aguirre's number as well. It was just a beautiful night.
Yeah, the NBA scriptwriters were in their bag last night with Cooper going for 49 against a teammate of his in Kon Knueppel, who they're battling for Rookie of the Year on the same night, like you said, where they retire Mark Aguirre's jersey. Only the 5th player in Mavericks history to have retired. I think I was a little shocked that it hadn't been retired, playing way back in the day. But
he was saying, I wish it happened earlier.
It is a little surprising. But anyway, that was cool. And he was really emotional, and they did the halftime ceremony.
Yeah, they brought Isaiah Thomas back. Those guys are like best friends dating back to high school. And, someday Cooper Flagg's jersey will be hanging up there, and they'll bring Kon Knueppel.
Right.
Like, hey, remember when we had that game when they retired the jersey? I guess Dirk will get retired in between. Is his
No, his is retired.
Yeah, okay. So I guess Cooper's probably the next for the Mavericks to get retired. Calling it maybe a little early. He's 19 years old. He's played like 4 minutes in the NBA, but that's going to happen. But I'm glad you mentioned LaMelo. He was awesome down the stretch in this one. We just talked recently how he does some dumb stuff. In important moments, he didn't do anything dumb, I thought. He hit that big 3 with 2 minutes left. I think that one put the Hornets up by 3 at the time. Next possession down, he drives into the lane, penetrates really far, finds Diabate underneath for a dunk, and then on that three-pointer that Brandon Miller had in the corner, like LaMelo got double-teamed, finds Diabate for the short roll, and a great pass by Diabate to read the floor and find out Miller's wide open in the corner. I will say, drives me crazy putting Moussa Diabate into my notes because it's always going to auto-correct to diabetes.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I got to educate my computer here a little bit.
We're getting real close to him just being Moose.
Moose
that
man.
really has caught on. So the Moose man, maybe just go with that in your notes. But this team is fun as hell right now. If you're not watching the Hornets, add them to your league pass teams. So they score a lot, like we're talking about here. They're playing with great energy. A big part of that is Diabate in the starting lineup. They've got shooting. Brandon Miller, knock on wood. This is his best, most consistent run of his short career. So things are clicking right now.
And LaMelo is totally LaMelo. Trying to punt it up, but he doesn't have to be the guy every single night. He doesn't have to be the guy with his step back and lead the team in shots that particular night. Everybody doing it on this night. I mean, it just makes sense. LaMelo had 17 shots. Miles Bridges also had 17 shots. Kon Knueppel had 16 shots, and Brandon Miller had 13 while getting to the free throw line. Very, very important because he's going hard. They're just so balanced, and you wouldn't think of the Charlotte Hornets as that, led by LaMelo Ball, but they are.
Yeah.
Just imagine Giannis on this team, man. Title contender.
So that was a great game. Some other fun endings last night. Tyrese Maxey.
The Charlotte Moose for the Milwaukee Moose. Straight up.
No. I don't know if it works.
No, not a two-way guy, no.
Tyrese Maxey scored 40 points, hit a game-winning layup to lead the 76ers over the Kings by 2 last night. Dylan Brooks scored a career-high 40 on his own T-shirt night. Dylan the villain, as he helped lead the Suns past the Pistons in a really good game, 114-96, quality win there from Phoenix. And the Wolves hit 22 three-pointers as they coasted to the 123-111 victory over the Thunder. A few other games as well. Of course, another close Bulls game in a loss to the Heat, but any of those you want to address?
How dare you say that, man?
Well, I'm just saying they always play close games.
That's true. And then the Heat always win. So first of 3 wins for the Heat in this 3-game series that they play against each other.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They put
series.
up a sweet graphic. The Heat had beat the Bulls in the play-in the last 3 years, and now they got these 3 games. So it was like 1, 2, 3, L, L, L.
Oh, boy.
Added an L last night. But it's tough to beat the same team 6 times in a row. That's what I always say.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But what are any of those other ones you want to address?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I said Moussa Diabate I just snuck it in that he's a two-way guy. He's not a two-way guy, but he's super close. I mean, it feels that way. Anyway, he's playing incredibly well. I was interested to see Jalen Johnson sitting against the Houston Rockets with calf tightness. Maybe he's in a package to be traded for the guy with the calf injury in Milwaukee. Probably not. But anyway, it's the year of injured calves.
Yes.
It definitely is.
They're just being cautious. So it's not a Giannis situation where it's 4 to 6 weeks. It's hopefully just 1 game for him, but they sat him out. Also, speaking of injuries, Aaron Gordon now out for 4 to 6 weeks for the Denver Nuggets with his hamstring injury. Hamstring is bothering him. It's the year of calves, but for Aaron Gordon, it's all about the hamstring. That's what bothered him last year in the playoffs when they went up against the Los Angeles Clippers in that 7-game series, or OKC in that 7-game series, excuse me. It was a great series, but in that game, I know this is flying under the radar, but I think Bruce Brown is playing his best ball of the year that could easily help them out in the playoffs. Tim Hardaway's having his best season of his career. That guy is awesome. He's freaking 33 or whatever he is. So they've got exactly what they planned for in the offseason coming through for them right now. They should look good going into the playoffs. And obviously, it's the villain night. I mean, Dylan Brooks was great to me. I mean, that was...
He was on fire. Yeah. He hit so many tough shots, and they were all in Isaiah Stewart's face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy just turned 30 years old. It feels like he's having his best year. I think in basketball, 30 is the new 20 for some people. I mean, I'm just being a positive speaker here that sometimes if it doesn't work out in your 20s, it can turn out really well in your 30s. This is Dylan Brooks, so confident in his shot, off the dribble, as a leader, obviously, as everything. Physically, his turnaround shot, everything. So... it is wild to think about the Phoenix Suns, where they are. Now Devin Booker is hurt, and Dylan Brooks just steps in. And as Colin Gillespie said as he interrupted the interview for Dylan Brooks after the game, hey, we got 2 All-Stars in Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker. You look at the standings, and you look at the numbers. You can argue for that, for sure. It's not going to happen. But Dylan Brooks has been spectacular, just what he is all around on the villain night.
I like Dylan Brooks' response to that, too. He's like, I feel like I'm playing at that level to be included in this conversation, but Devin Booker's our all-star. So, he was saying that as well. I don't think they're going to get both of them there. Dylan Brooks is Canadian, so maybe gets a little international bump if needed, but we'll get there when we get there. But what a game from him, and a good quality win against obviously the best team in the Eastern Conference in the Pistons.
Totally. Dylan Brooks has won people over. I had a positive conversation about Dylan Brooks, and everyone's like, yeah, this guy's... he's good. I hate to say it, but he's good, and he's fun to watch. And this was a big-time win to beat the Pistons because when Booker went out against the Hawks, the Suns' offense totally cratered in the fourth quarter. Like, Phoenix was going to win that game. Booker goes out. Suns didn't know what to do in that fourth quarter. The next game, I think they played the Heat. Looked pretty bad on offense. Barely got over 100 points. They beat the Nets. Okay, that just happens. But to beat a Pistons team like this and cooked them Pretty much, and Brooks was playing really well. Grayson Allen is just a solid player.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get there with Grayson Allen. But if he had a different head and name, I would like his game because like he's got nice spin moves. He shoots threes. He gets to the basket. He took 10 free throws last night. I think he's a good player too. But they just have two despicable guys, one of which has won me over, and one I just can't ever open my heart to. Sorry, Grayson Allen.
Do you need Grayson Allen
sorry.
to do like a Nicolas Cage, John Travolta face-off?
Yeah,
like
I do
swap
need
him
that.
a face? Yeah, that would help him out.
If he was willing to do that, that would go a long way. But a great win for the Suns. To get any wins without Devin Booker, I think is impressive, especially a quality team like the Pistons.
So much Duke talk on this show.
A lot of Duke talk. There was a great comment early in the stream team who said this. UB said, there was a time when this country properly hated Duke, guys. Unfortunately, the worm has turned and Duke is cool now. Come on.
Yeah. In some way, Grayson Allen is turning people around on him for him too. I mean, he's balling out there, and he's not just a guy who just looks for his shot too. He's even playmaking and pushing it, and so there's something special going on there with Dylan Brooks leading, coming from Houston. That helped him. I give lots of credit to Fred VanVleet just being his bud. I think that was a big part of it in their backcourt. He looks like a different player. Period. He is a different player.
Any other notes on Maxey going
He was awesome.
for a 40 burger there?
That was
or the
impressive.
Wolves?
77 combined points for Maxey and Embiid. They also had 16 combined assists. I don't know how many of their 77 points together were in the two-man game, but it must have been like 70 because it was either Maxey getting a screen from Embiid and getting to the hoop, or Maxey getting a screen from Embiid, drawing to, finding Embiid. He would pump fake 85 times and then finish over the top. They looked incredible together, and I also thought Maxey was making every right decision down the stretch. That's something where I think he has struggled at times this year. Like, he's hit a lot of big shots, but there are times I think when he has blinders on and can't really find the perfect balance between shooting and passing. But in this one, if it was a one-on-one, he was attacking. He would either get a layup or draw a foul like he did on Zach LaVine quite late in this one. If there was a double team on the screen and roll, but they didn't quite get to him, he's so fast. He was just able to go around a Cardwell or a Sabonis. But there are times when the double would get to him, cut him off from his driving lanes, and that's when he would be able to find Embiid in the mid post with a little bit of an advantage. And if you give Embiid an advantage right now, he's going to get a bucket. He had so many lefty layups as well. Great final play, I thought, from the Sixers. That's a classic one. Get the one to the big guy at the top of the key. The super fast guy's just sprinting down the court, and like, how are you going to stop him? He had such a head of steam, and then made a really, really tough shot in the lane as well. So nice win for the Sixers. The two of them together are tough to stop. It's equivalent to when Harden was there setting the table for Embiid. That was an MVP season for Embiid because it's a pick your poison with both of those guys, and that's what I'm seeing from Philadelphia right now.
Yeah, and that final play is a Nick Nurse special. Sometimes the big will not hand it off and will fake the handoff to this guy, the guard screaming by, and then the big will take it. We've seen that play before back in the Toronto days and even at his time with the Philadelphia Sixers, but this one he hands it to Maxey. And what a finish, too. Like, oh my God. Like, that was not an easy finish at that speed that he was ripping to the net. But good win.
I watched it multiple times in slow-mo. It looked like
fast.
he's going regular speed. I mean, that's how fast he is. But that inbound play to give it to the guy at the elbow, just here you go. Whoever's flying, he was flying. He just had to make one dribble, and that was really hard. And where he put it off the glass, he put it top left corner of the glass.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably 13 feet up to show that touch. I do want to say about Philadelphia, this is a team that always just comes back in games. Like, they don't necessarily got to beat you for 48 minutes. They were down double digits in the fourth quarter and were able to come back because they can turn it on. It feels like a Joel Embiid trait, but that's who they are. Interesting move by Tyrese Maxey to miss the free throw up to 1 second left. They decided, him and Paul George essentially said, yeah, let's miss this. And, they got to try and hit a three-quarter bomb or whatever to beat us.
Zach LaVine got it, right?
Yeah,
and chucked it up. I think it was actually maybe late, too.
It was after
Did
the
they say
buzzer.
it was on purpose that he missed it?
I
thought he accidentally missed it. It looked like he shot it normal to me.
No, he said he did. He said Paul George.
Sure.
Paul George told him, miss it.
Miss it.
Joel Embiid said, no, do not miss it. And apparently he said, don't ever do that again afterwards. But it worked out.
Right. But you are right. It wasn't one of these intentionally missed free throws where it's like, he's trying to chuck it or be cute with it.
Super high.
He just shot it. You're right. If you didn't know, he was like, he just missed it. It was like sort of off to the right. But they survived. And then I did just want to quickly, before we get into the real meat of this Drop podcast, man, the Wolves were on fire from deep. 22 of their 47 from three-point land, 47% against OKC. Jaden McDaniels, 5 of 5 from deep. Anthony Edwards hit 4. Naz Reid, 4 off the bench. Bones Highland was feeling himself last night. He hit 3. Julius Randle hit a couple. Dante DiVincenzo, of course, hit a couple. So Jaylen Clark, got 1. So everybody was on fire as the Thunder fall to 38-11. And the Wolves get their 30th win.
Nice stuff.
It was a good win.
They turned the ball over 20 times and still won in a blowout against OKC.
Hit a bunch of threes.
Yeah, exactly. Plus 11 from the three-point line. That's the difference right there.
Okay, so the 2026 NBA trade deadline is less than a week away, and all 30 teams are going to have the opportunity here to show us where exactly they think they are sort of in the grand scheme of the league. So are you a contender looking to maybe add a little playoff piece to your puzzle? Maybe you're trying to take a big swing, change the direction of your franchise. Maybe you're playing the long game. You're just trying to get draft picks, young prospects. Or maybe you're just like cutting your luxury tax bill and cleaning up the books. We talked a lot about Giannis trades on yesterday's show. So if you want to hear us do some hypothetical Giannis trades, go listen to Thursday's show. We'll leave Giannis and the Bucks for now. But I thought it'd be fun to draft some other interesting teams as we get ready for the NBA trade deadline next Thursday. By the way, we're going to be doing a live show, in theory, all day on Thursday, February 5th, starting around normal time here and going all the way through to the actual deadline, if not past around 3. So it's going to get zany up in here.
We better have some trades.
Look, we'll have to have a lot in our back pocket, but join us for that. But let's draft some interesting teams here again before the NBA trade deadline. Trey, you go first. We'll just go make our way around the table. Oh, didn't know we had the draft music.
Sneaking it in there. 76ers are interesting to me. They're my first pick. We talked about them just a ton right now, but from a holistic perspective, they're 26-21, only 6th in the Eastern Conference, but they're still in the mix, and I think they at least have to consider themselves as having a little bit of a chance. The main X factor is going to be, can Embiid continue the play that he's shown for the past month and a half here? Can he be healthy at playoff time? Because right now they got Maxey playing like a number 5 on the MVP ballot. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's right on the edge of being first team All NBA. There's a few Jaylens that are in the mix there as well. Embiid looks great. Paul George fits in perfectly. VJ Edgecombe has been such an awesome find for them. The way he contributes on both ends of the courts. He's hit a bunch of big shots this year. I was really impressed with the way he was scrapping on the defensive end down the stretch against Sacramento, like out-rebounding Sabonis, who's a good rebounder, but doesn't have the quickness and maybe not always the tenacity that a VJ Edgecombe has. But Philadelphia also, I don't think, has a ton of depth right now. Outside of their top 4, everybody else kind of is a question mark to me. But it also means they have pieces to move. Like, I don't think Quentin Grimes is in their long-term plan. They could move him. Jared McCain has had a down season, and it's tough to see exactly how he fits in on this team long term with Maxey and Edgecombe locked in as your backcourt of the future. They've got the Clippers picks in 28 and 29, in addition to almost all their own picks. Like, they do owe the Thunder their pick this year if it falls outside of the top 4, and I think that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. I think they have the same a little bit down the line as well. So to me, they need another big wing. They could use a big guy who can shoot, because their backup bigs are Drummond, who's actually kind of had a resurgent season, and look, he's actually shooting a great percentage from 3. Yeah. I don't think he's a scary 3-point shooter. However, Bona does his thing. He'll block some shots, but I have questions if he'll be able to play in the playoffs. Dominic Barlow's been really good for them as a starter, but you could upgrade there, and they have the potential to upgrade there. So I wonder if they see how well this season is going. Look at the top of the Eastern Conference. It's like Detroit has had the best year by far. They've been the best team in the Eastern Conference, but they've never won a playoff series. Yeah. They're still unproven when it comes down to it. We don't know what the Celtics are necessarily going to look like. I think the Knicks are beatable if you're Philadelphia. But they need something else, I think, because they can't just rely on their top 4. They need to have a solid top 5 and then a bunch of dice rolls off the bench, which is kind of what they have now, and guys like Kelly Oubre as well. So I wonder what sort of move they'll make. Daryl Morey loves to make a trade. He's always active at the trade deadline. Sometimes it's just shedding salary, which is what they've had to do the past couple of years with Embiid not being the way he is. But there's still potential, I think, for Philadelphia to make a move and to make some noise in the East.
I'm curious to see how many of our teams that we pick here are from the Eastern Conference, because it does feel so open, and maybe there's a path for a lot of these teams like, oh, are we one piece away, or are we this player away from actually going to the conference finals or going to the finals? So we'll see. Who do you have tasked after the Philadelphia 76ers are off the board?
Well, I'll jump to another Eastern Conference team. The Miami Heat are really interesting to me for several reasons. They're always looking for a star. And this could be the time that they pull a trigger. Maybe John Morant is cheaper than you would have expected a couple of years ago, I suppose. He's also injured right now. It's just an elbow injury, so it doesn't seem like it's something that's long-term, so maybe you pull the trigger on that. Obviously, there's the Giannis talk with the Milwaukee Bucks. Do they have enough to bid for that? That's a fair question. Or do they save it for the offseason when more becomes available for them? And so maybe they don't pull the trigger on a star. I will say, though, they made the interesting move of keeping Terry Rozier around. Reading about that was interesting. They could have released him earlier this month, but they kept him around, cost them a couple $1 million, a guy who's not going to play for them, obviously, but he's got a salary. So he's tradable. Here comes a $26.6 million contract to add up to a star. Again, it could be Ja. There is a possibility of that. Or there's another star out there. Oh, gosh. I shouldn't call him a star. Shouldn't call him a star.
I walked it back immediately.
Yeah. I should
Who's he
not.
gonna say?
Let's guess.
He's already talked about Giannis. He's already talked about
There's
John
another
Morant.
star out there, and then he caught himself right away.
Well,
Not a star.
It ain't a star.
MPJ.
No.
You'd probably have
call
him
them
closer
a
to
star. But
Okay.
This
as
player's
far as-
worse.
Lower
Yeah,
than MPJ.
this is yes. He's
Kevin
worse.
Love coming back.
No.
Okay.
No,
Hold on,
like
hold
a player they want.
East or West?
Sorry, Kev. West. I mean, this is a guy. Well, I shouldn't say that. You know, like there's
Guess
Jeremy
the guy.
Grant? No.
No.
Okay.
No, a young guy.
Okay,
A young
young
guy who's been in trade rumors for every day of this year, basically.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah. Maybe they trade for Kuminga. There's the talk out there that they get rid of Andrew Wiggins. Maybe Golden State just needs to get something in their rotation and just go for it with Steph. If they can't get Giannis, if they can't get a Trey Murphy, maybe it's Wiggins in return for Jonathan Kuminga, because I think you mentioned it, Skeets, when we talked about John Morant. The Miami Heat are a franchise that believe you come inside our locker room and our organization, maybe we can change you. Maybe they can do that for Jonathan Kuminga, and then maybe he will be rightfully called a star by everyone out there. You know how like every online, every website will say this former star or this star. Anyone's a star in the NBA for any website. Maybe Jonathan Kuminga will be that one day. I mean, I feel like they need to. They've just been so desperate for a guy. Maybe it is Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe.
We had the hypothetical trade between the Heat and Bucks yesterday, talking honest, and we had on the graphic Tyler Hero, we had Terry Rozier's expiring contract, and we had Jaime Jaquez Jr., and then a bunch of multiple picks that they have and swaps and stuff like that. There was some pushback to us, or like, hey, where is Khalil Ware in a potential Giannis deal, or a Yakuchunas in a potential deal? Yeah, and we said that before we started it. Like, this is a framework here. They have pieces that maybe would be more enticing to the Bucks if they are moving off of Giannis and he wants to go to Miami.
Would you trade Ware? That's the only guy that I think is going to be interesting for other teams.
For other teams, yeah. You don't think Tyler Hero is interesting?
Well, I mean young guys.
Okay,
Young
guys. I think I would if I'm Miami, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think he's good. Yeah, and that's like a type of player that Milwaukee should be looking to sort of get in return if you're moving off of Giannis here before the deadline. But yeah, I would. So we could have put him there. Let's go back and edit yesterday's show and put him on the graphic. All right, so 76ers and the Heat as interesting teams. I'll stick in the East here. Give me the Detroit Pistons. I think they're fascinating because they could make a big splash this coming week, or they could just stand pat because they're like, hey, we're the number one team in the Eastern Conference. We're likely going to have home court advantage throughout the East playoffs. but they can make a big splash because they have a ton of future assets. They have an intriguing young player, I think, in Jaden Ivey. They have full control of all their own first-round picks. They even have some extra second-round picks. And they have a glaring need to me, even though they're good. Of all these top teams in both conferences, only the Raptors have shot worse from deep than Detroit. The Pistons shoot 34.7% from distance, and they rank 27th in three-point attempt rate. They could use a dynamic scorer, a shooter, an off-ball guy that sort of can keep the other defense a little more honest and open things up for Cade and Jalen Duren to still operate. So who fits that bill? Michael Porter Jr. does, for sure. I think the Pelicans' Trey Murphy III does as well, though it sounds like the Pelicans want a hell of a return for him. And then there's some other guys maybe not on those guys' levels, but of the two, MPJ does seem the easier one to acquire. Because I just don't think the Nets, like unless the Nets are planning to compete immediately next season, he's more of a trade chip, or he should be looked at more of a trade chip for the Brooklyn Nets. So what gets it done for Michael Porter Jr.? Ivy, Tobias Harris's expiring contract, and then a pick or two, I think, like future pick or two. And is that enough for Brooklyn? And I think that's a hell of a swing for the Pistons. I think they should really go for Trey Murphy III between those two. But again, I think it's just more draft capital if you have to get there. Though less money has to go out because he makes less than Michael Porter Jr.
He does make less.
But do you have opinions on what the Pistons will do, what they should do? Is this a classic just don't do anything?
I think they should make a move. I think they should trade Tobias Harris. The basic reason they're keeping him around is because they love him. Like, he's a good vibes guy, which that's important, but you can do better as your second option. And he's kind of their second option, and that's why I do think the Pistons need to make a move. They have a chance to go to the finals here. They're a good enough team defensively, but I think they're going to have a rude awakening in the playoffs when teams are scheming against them. And we know you've got one guy who can do anything with the ball. It's Cade Cunningham. He takes every shot in the fourth quarter. Turns the ball over through the first three quarters, trying to set up his teammates who are bricking away at threes, and then in the fourth quarter, he's got to take over. That's not quite the way to do things in the playoffs, but I think that they could make a move if they're willing to part with Tobias Harris's good vibes, and I think they should, and I think they should also trade Ivy as well, because he'll be enticing to another team. I just don't think it's going to happen for him on the Pistons this year as he's trying to work his way back from a couple of years of being banged up. Like, he's just trying to find his spot. Maybe he explodes on another team, but that's a risk you have to be willing to take if you're the Pistons to improve your team here and now, because they've got a shot. Like, they could do it. They're good enough defensively. Cade is a good enough leader that he at least gives them a baseline level of confidence. I'm seeing people in the stream team here are saying the Pistons are a second-round exit in the playoffs. That wouldn't surprise me. But it also wouldn't surprise me if they go to the finals. They've got a much better chance if they upgrade their number two.
Yeah, and they have a lot more versatility with their contracts than the Philadelphia 76ers do. They just have a big range. Yeah, it's the draft capital, really, what it comes down to, though. You're not taking Tobias Harris because you're thinking about Tobias Harris's late 30s. I said 30 is the new 20, but with Toby, I mean, your 33 is not the optimal age. I'm guessing Toby's 33. Either way, it's about draft capital, really, if we're talking about a good player like Michael Porter Jr. Yeah.
If they don't swing for the fences, if you want to call it that, for Michael Porter Jr. or, like I said, Trey Murphy III would be awesome. I think he would be the perfect guy to pair with Cade and Duren. If they don't do that level of sort of trade, maybe they look at like Kobe White on the Bulls, right, as like a shooter that you could, obviously get a guy to stretch the floor in a postseason, or like this is even a lower level than Kobe White, like Gary Trent Jr. or something like that. I think that's what they should seek out here at the deadline. Obviously a shooter. I think it could be a star. I think they should see the opening right now and cash in some of these future draft picks and go for it a little bit. But if they don't, maybe they go into a level down, like I said.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could get real tough to outbid other teams for Trey Murphy, for instance. I mean, he's the perfect player. He's the perfect salary for a long time. Yeah. So it's the potential of the Golden State Warriors, if they're going for it. They've got a vault of all their picks, and it looks promising. If you're trading for Golden State Warriors picks in 2030, 2032, when Steph's done, most likely, I would say probably. Yeah, there could be a big, many teams bidding.
Trajan Langdon, former Pelicans front office guy. Joe Dumars, Pistons legend, works in the Pelicans front office.
They have each other's numbers.
And we have seen franchise legends do favors for their
Yes,
franchises.
we have.
Shout out to Kevin McHale trading Kevin Garnett to
good point.
the Boston Celtics to win them a championship.
Okay.
The fix is in.
We're just throwing it out there.
I'm just saying.
Let's do another quick round here of interesting teams.
The Denver Nuggets, they're pretty interesting to me. I don't think they're going to hardly do anything at the trade deadline because they are probably going to get the biggest trade deadline acquisition, which is Nikola Jokic eventually coming back from his injury, which will probably be as soon as he is able to be out of awards talks. This guy hates being in awards talks, so he's going to miss exactly 18 games, come back and dominate, and everybody will say he should be the MVP. And he won't be eligible to win MVP. But right now they're 32-16, third in the Western Conference. And everybody's looked good with Jokic out. Jamal Murray will have a terrible game for 3 quarters and then dominate in the fourth in the clutch. Christian Brown will come back eventually. He's had a down season, but we see him be an effective player. Peyton Watson has really taken a step forward. And the question for me is, like, where are his minutes going to come from once everybody's actually healthy for Denver? Silver lining to the Aaron Gordon news, out at least 4 to 6 more weeks with a hamstring. He's only played 23 games so far this season. Major X factor, but it means there will be a spot for Peyton Watson to continue showing what he's been able to do, which is to be a creator, score 20 points a night. That's probably not the best version of the Denver Nuggets, him scoring 20 a night, but it's nice to know that you've got yet another guy who can go out and get you 20. Tim Hardaway's a guy that can get you 20, can hit some big shots as well. So trade-wise, like, they maybe would look at a quicker backup big, I think. You know, Valanciunas is a slow guy. He's had a really nice season for them. Zeke Naji has done all right, I think, with Jokic and when Valanciunas has been out as well. But maybe they could look at, like, a Precious Achiuwa to add for Deron Holmes. I guess I don't know if he's a second-year player or a rookie. I don't know what you want to consider him if you missed your whole rookie year. But they could trade him and bring in Precious, somebody that can play a little bit more of a switchy style or something like that. But this is a pretty interesting team to me. The way they've played, missing their best player and not missing much of a beat, right?
No.
We all kind of expected them to be, like, it would have been a nice run if they won a third of their games with Jokic out. And instead, they've won 2/3 of their games with Jokic out. And we've seen the levels that these guys can reach when he's not handling every possession. So if he is able to come back, work his way into a lather, and then be peaking by the time the playoffs come, Denver's a very scary team.
Yeah, the fact that they're still in third in the West
close
is
to
got to
second,
be surprising.
really.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, basically tied really with the Spurs in second. We thought they'd be, like, hanging on for a playoff spot, if not back into the play-in. Now, that said, there's, like, 3 or 4 games that separate like a team basically in the play-in to the second seed. It's crowded, but I'm with you, TK. We didn't see this with Jokic out. We're like, whoa, if they win a third, they'll be okay. They've, like, exceeded expectations. Jamal Murray, bona fide all-star, and all these other guys contributing.
Yeah, they've used this time period to just bring them closer together. They're just more of a squad that's ready to play in the playoffs. They're going to slow play Aaron Gordon big time. You can take months off, really. And you mentioned the backup center. Aaron Gordon has been that a lot of the time in the postseason. You can just wait for months with the way those guys are playing, with the way Peyton Watson is playing, with the way everybody's playing. Even Christian Brown, hasn't been himself when he came back from injury. Cam Johnson kind of has to take what Peyton Watson has been doing right now when he comes back, because Cam Johnson hasn't not had his perfect season. He just hasn't been great. He just hasn't been that same guy that he was with the Brooklyn Nets last year. So he can take on that. There's just plenty of opportunity on this team. Jokic should be back very, very soon. He's out there playing and practicing, and he looks like he's going to come back soon. So I'm not so concerned. It could be a backup center. It could be a backup guard. I've always hinted at, one of those Chicago Bulls with an expiring contract, because they have so many expiring contracts. Are they going to give Kobe White money? Or my pick would be Ayo Dosunmu when they've got Trey Jones signed, they've got Josh Giddey signed, and they've got so many. Those two guys are expiring deals. That's a fair question if they're going to get a backup guard, but they don't have a lot to trade.
Yeah.
Either way, they could find a way, but I think they're happy with what they got. I mean, period. They're ready to go in the postseason just as long as they're healthy.
Yeah. All right. What about you? Another interesting team.
Well, I think the Pelicans are super interesting because they could go a billion different ways. I mean, really, what are they going to do? They are so fun. They've got the worst record in the NBA but they're fun to look at because who will opposing teams pay for? Are they going to pay for Zion? Or is there going to be an offer for Zion? Are they going to overpay for Trey Murphy? At the same time, will the Pelicans be willing to offer Trey Murphy because he is so perfect and it is such an interesting whole dynamic there with the New Orleans Pelicans because of what they've hired as their front office, and all the moves that they made in the 2025 offseason. You've got Trey Murphy. He's perfect. Is it just to go get those draft picks that you gave up in the 2025 offseason? Maybe, but it seems like it'd be a mistake. Will there be an overpay for Herb Jones? That's an interesting one because they are so deep. Herb has been injured this year. Zion obviously is always injured. Jordan Poole's injured. They have a guy named DeJounte Murray. Do they just stay the course and play conservative?
That guy.
Because you think about it, like what they sold many people on last offseason. Your backcourt can be Fears and DeJounte Murray when he comes back. Your wings can be Trey Murphy and Zion is your big with Derek Queen, and then your backups are Poole and Sadiq Bey and Herb Jones and that guy Carlo Matkovic and Yves Misi, and Jordan Hawkins doesn't play anymore, and Jose Alvarado. They could go both ways. They'll probably just give away a couple of those guys, as I mentioned at the end there, like Alvarado, somebody older. If you want a backup guard, here's Jose's expiring deal.
Yeah.
Mostly an expiring
What
deal.
would
He's
you
got a
set
player
the
option
number of
next year.
Pelicans traded at the deadline at? What's the line? What's the FanDuel line? 2.5? 2.5 players.
I think 2.5
Maybe
is
3.5?
the line.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm with you on Alvarado.
I'd go a hard bet on the under there.
Oh,
I think
really?
it's more of a 1.5.
Okay, you don't think Yves Misi will be acquired by some team?
Misi could
Sadiq
be.
Bey, maybe. I mean, Poole, they
do
who's
have-
trading for Jordan Poole's the
nobody's
problem. They
yeah.
would trade him in a heartbeat, but yeah.
No. They have the depth of those end of the rotation type of guys, yeah.
Okay, we're setting the line at 2.5. You're taking the under. Can we get to 3? Can you get to 3 Pelicans being traded?
Misi, I think, is gone. He's just been
Okay.
in too many rumors, and he's so cheap that it's a easy acquisition. Like he's going to cost you a matching salary and a second-round pick. So I think he will be gone. Jose Alvarado on an expiring deal when they've got point guards ahead of him. You can see him being moved as well. We're to 2 already.
Yeah, who's the third? But it could be like
Herb.
Herb Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, also these count together. You know, like 2 or 3 players. If you get 3 players in one deal, you're hitting the over. Is my point here. So I'll take the over too. I think there's gonna be a little shakeup. Whether or not it's their main guys in Zion, Trey Murphy, or Herb Jones, if you want to include him. TBD. I can't tell with the Pelicans. But I was thinking along the same lines as you as we wrap this up here. I went with the Kings as sort of an interesting team. They are tied for the worst record in the league with the Pelicans. They're 12-37.
That's honestly amazing.
And I gotta say, they're actually tied with a bunch of teams with only 12 wins now. There's 5 teams with 12 wins. Kings are easily the most hopeless of the bunch, right? Because, the Pelicans are bad, but at least they got Queen and they got Fears, and if they keep Trey Murphy, okay, there's something there. The Nets, they're bad, but Michael Porter Jr.'s flirted as an all-star. Jordy Fernandez, I do think, has put an identity or is trying to build an identity there. The Wizards got a promising young core, and then who's that leave? The Pacers. Oh, the Pacers are going to be good again once Tyrese Halliburton plays. That leaves the Kings as just the saddest team right now. And they have the second worst offense in the league. They have the third worst defense. Kings general manager Scott Perry. I was going to call him Scotty. Scott Perry recently told ESPN that they need to get younger as a team. Yeah, definitely. And their 5 highest paid players on the roster are old. They're between 27 and 36. So that screams fire sale, right? But what type of markets are there for Sabonis, for Zach LaVine, for DeRozan, for Malik Monk, and for Dennis Schroeder? Because all 5 of them should be available. It's just like, what can you get? And the unfortunate part is they're all guaranteed money on the books next year. So a team is not even acquiring an expiring guy in any of those 5. But they all have skills, those guys. They do have skills. Our guy, Dan Devine, he had a great post on this. He went through it. You want rebounding and some playmaking from your bigs? Sabonis can give you that. You want some high-volume three-point shooting? Zach LaVine can still do that. DeRozan, obviously a guy that you would acquire for clutch situations. He can get his shot. He's still a mid-range assassin. Monk's a sort of an instant offense guy off the bench at times, or you can put him in a starting lineup. And then Dennis Schroeder is... he's fallen off here, but Obviously, we've seen that he's a capable point guard. We've seen he's got some quickness. So there's skills, but there's fat contracts on a lot of these guys, and I just think they'll take anything, though.
Yeah,
And
I mean, they
should.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody wants any of these players.
I think one of them will move, but who?
Yeah, it's
Malik
hard.
Monk
Literally
is maybe
who?
the most? Probably Monk, I would say, but he's been in trade rumors forever. Too,
That's
so.
a great point. They've
Yeah.
been trying to give him away,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
can't find a taker. I think maybe Sabonis is most likely. He's got a name, and at least he's in rumors. But everybody else is like literally the Kings like, please take him.
Yeah, I know. So
They're
sad.
trying to win this year.
Well,
they came in
yeah.
trying to win. They're 15th
Yeah.
in the league in payroll, and they've got the worst record in the league, and it's all vets.
Yeah, that's
unbelievable.
The crazy part.
Yeah.
yeah, and look, like every team, there's been injuries, sure, but I would say none more drastic than most of these other teams. Sabonis did miss a chunk of time, but they now need to just obviously punt on this season. They need to get anything they can get back for any of these 5 guys, anything, late first round picks, multiple second round picks. If you can somehow got a young prospect or two, sure. And then obviously try and win the lottery here or try and get one of these potential superstar changing guys. They desperately need a Boozer or a Peterson or a DeBanza or whoever. No team needs it more than this squad, I think.
Now they're rolling right now, though. They got the best lottery odds, and they're on a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah,
so
they
things
are.
are good in Sacramento.
Yeah. So they're interesting. Can they get anything?
Can they get anything?
The fun part here.
Can Scotty convince anyone else to take anybody? That's really what it comes down to. And maybe we'll be sitting here on Thursday after all the big trades happen, and we'll see something come in and just at the line, like a 2:45 right before the trade deadline happens. It's at 3 Eastern, right? I think it is. That
Yep.
Scotty convinces somebody. Come get him for anything.
Yeah.
That's what
I was going to say, not
down
even
to.
convinces is probably not the right way to say it. It's like, God, we are so desperate. We thought we were going to get this, but we will take anything. Do you want the Raptors to trade for Sabonis?
Nah.
No. There you go. I'm with you.
No, nobody wants their team to trade for Sabonis.
No, not really.
Do you agree with
weird.
this?
He's
That's-
good, but
He's not anymore. I don't think he
Yeah,
is.
that's
he
fair.
he can rebound.
Yeah.
And he can pass the ball, but his days of being even a floor raiser, I think, are over.
It's hard to trade for a guy who's just injured and not looking like himself.
Yeah.
If you're the Toronto Raptors, who are filled with the last several years have been filled with that. Now we're gonna get another one. I mean, he doesn't look right.
what were you going to say?
Do you agree with this? Still with in the stream team says, all Scotties are Scots, but not all Scots are Scotties.
All Scotties are Scott,
Yes.
but not all Scots are Scotties.
Right.
I don't agree. I agree with the former part. All Scotties
Okay.
are Scots, obviously.
Guaranteed.
But every Scott you want to call a Scotty. That's the thing. You
Scotty
just did it.
Perry.
You just called a Scott Perry a Scotty. He's never been called Scotty.
Yeah, but he doesn't work at all because then he's Scotty Perry. He's got the double Y or double IE for the Y. That doesn't
Katy
work.
Perry.
Oh, I like it.
But what Scotties
I
do
like
we
the
have? We have
alliteration.
Scotty Barnes. We got Scotty Scheffler.
Scottie Pippen.
Scotty Pippen, of course,
Yep.
who wasn't even supposed to be that or
Nope.
wasn't supposed to be spelled that way.
Yeah, Scott Pippen at the draft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scotty Too Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie, of course, yeah.
One of the best Scotties. Scotty Skiles. Sounds good, actually.
Actually, he was
Yeah,
never
Yeah, but
a
he was
Scotty.
a Scott, yeah.
He was a Scott.
He was a
Scotty
Scott.
Brooks is not a Scotty. He's a Scott Brooks. Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
he's definitely a Scotty.
Is he?
100%.
Scott
He wasn't
Brooks.
a Scott. He wasn't a Scott.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah,
Oh,
Scotty
thought he was-
how
Brooks.
can you not be sure? Yeah, of course. They never called him Scott.
He's Scott Brooks.
Yeah, that's his name. But
But we don't call him Scotty Brooks, do we?
Everybody called him Scotty Brooks.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's a
His
weird one, though.
players in that called him that. What about last names? Byron Scott T.
No. Now you're getting crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, those are
Something
our
to think about.
6 most interesting teams here. Obviously, putting the Giannis and Bucks to the side for now. That we obviously have heading into the deadline next week. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, worst of the week nominees.
It's the last call for football on FanDuel. One final Sunday, one last kickoff, the final chance to place your bets before the NFL season closes its tab. This is Super Bowl 60, backwards big shirt. It's good. FanDuel is making sure you're in on it. If you're a new customer, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win. So whether you're backing the favorite, riding with the underdog, or building one last same game parlay, make it count. What do you guys like for Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, geez. Somebody on the Seahawks.
Sam Darnold is the favorite.
No.
Plus 110. No, you like Jaxson Smith and Jigba?
Oh, yeah.
The receiver?
Yeah, he's good.
He might be the best receiver in the league.
Yeah, I could see him winning it.
Kenneth Walker III, apparently he plays for the Seahawks. I only knew 2 Seahawks.
Yeah. I'm thinking Russell Wilson will do it. You can do it, man.
I like Marshawn Lynch's chances.
Rashid Shaheed, he's plus 5,000. That one would be a shocker, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, plus 10,000. I think he does have a Super Bowl MVP. Did he get it when the Rams won it?
Wait, who the hell does Cooper Kupp play for in these games?
He's a Seahawk.
Oh, yeah, he won it.
Yeah, he did. I didn't know he was on the Seahawks.
Stafford, yeah, I think this is his first year with the Seahawks.
Okay.
The Rams said, you're washed.
Oh.
And then he went to the Seahawks and beat them.
Damn.
In the regular season, and they had a better record, and he made plays in the playoffs, so that's cool for Cooper Kupp.
Good for him.
Plus 10,000.
So wow.
Skeets is in on it.
Oh, wow.
All Skeets are Skeetsies. After the Super Bowl, the season's over and football is officially done. It's the last call for football on FanDuel, an official sports book partner of Super Bowl 60. Visit FanDuel.com/podcast to get started.
That Super Bowl line has changed a little bit, eh? Didn't it open up Seahawks 3.5?
What are
I
we
see
talking
it's
now?
moved to 4.5 for Seattle.
People are on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Sure did, eh?
Yep,
it did.
Yep. All right. It's time for Worst of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the worst of the week.
3 worst of the week nominees. First one, a player was putting in his contact lens. He dropped it. A referee caught it and then gave it back to the player, and the player put it right back in. Christian Coloco just dropped it, and referee Mark Lindsay caught it and gave it back to him, and he immediately put it back in. Now, there was some uproar on the broadcast. You shouldn't just put back something another person just touched. Ew. Like, maybe sanitize it, a little saline or something. But Brian Scalabrine was on broadcast. He said, just let it drop on the floor. And then the play-by-play guy said, Drew Carter said, well, would you rather take it off the floor and put it in your eye? He goes, yeah,
No.
I'd rather do that.
No.
So that's the discussion. Christian Coloco took it from someone's hand. He took it from the referee's hand and put it in his eye. Would you rather do that or, put some saline on it and give it a little swirl somewhere?
Well, that would be the preference, whether it fell on the floor or somebody's hand. Yeah, clean it. But if not, I'll take the referee's hand catching it
over the dirt of the floor.
Over it falling on the dirty floor.
I'm going to have to agree with that. Yeah. It's a weird one.
That was a weird one, but pretty good catch.
Great catch.
Very good catch.
Incredible reflexes.
Mark Lindsay coming through.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Very good moment for Christian Coloco, I would say. Nominee 2 here. This one was wild. We're staying in that same game where Onyeka Okongwu was hammered by Jaylen Brown's elbow right in his face, and it knocked out 2 of Onyeka Okongwu's teeth. He went to the locker room. They said, no, you got to come back and shoot the free throw. So he came back, shot the free throws, and then you have the photo here if you're watching on YouTube where he had to have a dental procedure the next day, so he was out the following game. That was Thursday, and then Friday he couldn't play because he had to undergo a dental procedure, and you could see 2 teeth knocked out, and he took it so well. He wasn't complaining at all. I was surprised to see that. I did read, it's not the first time that teeth have been knocked out on an NBA court. I had forgotten about 2 of Carl Landry's teeth got stuck in Dirk Nowitzki's elbow in 2009. That was the time. I don't know if they actually came out, now that I say that. Like, they were stuck in his arm.
Yeah, that is
Anyway, Derek White lost his fake front tooth after an elbow from Kelly Oubre only last year. I'd forgotten about that. Danny Granger lost 2 teeth against the Celtics in 2008. That was a time. But those were 2 teeth that came out. Danny Granger, and this was the same instant here where he lost 2 teeth. You don't see that very often.
He got smoked.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown turned around, and Jaylen Brown was hit with a flagrant. I should mention that.
That's fair
for
enough.
that.
Yeah.
Not really a basketball play. I mean, I know it's accidental and just clearing space and all that. Yeah, but still.
He's, doing his thing.
God, that is dangerous.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I remember David Lee. David Lee was the Jaylen Brown in a situation like this. He elbowed a guy in the mouth, and the ensuing cut that he got on his elbow, it got dirty and went septic, and he had to miss a huge chunk of time because he had a big inflated elbow.
Yeah.
So it's bad on both sides, but Worse to be the receiver of the elbow to the face because, oh my goodness, that looked
gosh.
nasty. Apparently, he had like a 4-hour dental surgery
I bet.
yesterday. Well, a lot of things to fix there.
Oof. Yeah. Here in Atlanta, I think.
I
think it was.
I assume. I don't know where he goes to the dentist.
I'm just trying to feel bad for him because that happened on Boston's floor.
Yeah,
and then
he's
he had
got
to
to come
travel
back.
with that
man.
thing. Again, I don't know how he handled it. He was just comfortable. He had a free throw, too.
Yeah.
One of two, though. Anyways, our last nominee here. It's not the worst of the week. It should be the best. But I had to include it because it is hilarious. The Cavs halftime show. You know, we're worried about copyright, so we didn't play Adele's Hello that the Cavs in-arena host and the mascot are doing this routine too. So go watch it. We just played a short clip again. We're not copywriting. So it was amazing, though. It's phenomenal. It's the Cavs mascot and the in-arena host with a huge ball in between them. You know, it's a
exercise
workout ball.
Yeah.
It's a workout ball that they use as part of their dance. That's amazing. It's amazing.
And we had a debate here in the office or in the studio. How many days did they choreograph and plan that?
Was it multiple days?
Yeah. You were leaning. You thought it was more of a one-day planned performance. Like they put some work in. Everybody agrees that they planned it because they do moves. Like
They
for
do
sure.
moves. There's
They
choreography.
botched the final move, unfortunately, but that was a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going under the legs. Okay, that was tough. But I think they did it more than one day.
It's a great question.
It's a 2-day at least affair of them planning it.
I'm with you. You got 1 day of planning and 1 day of mastery.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
the big performance. But I can't deny, I was a little bit moved watching this.
Oh, yeah.
It was kind of like poignant to me.
Yeah.
These guys are really out there, holding the ball between their bellies.
It's the hello. The Adele's,
Yeah.
the song definitely plays a huge part. And they're kicking ass. I mean, it's good. I do think it was just a 1 day because if you watch the beginning of it, the mascot, he can't even go to a squat. He kind of falls over. I mean, he loses his balance immediately, but he hangs in and the ball, I think it's smart that it's a huge workout ball that it ain't going anywhere. Really. So that's why I think it's easy. It's like a 1:20 performance. It's probably like 6 moves that they do.
Yeah.
You could knock it out.
But they was
These guys are
smooth, man. It
professionals.
was smooth.
It was smooth. It was well done. Great
Okay,
moment.
here's a question though on this. In all honesty, like, is this something that's been done before? Like, is it a viral thing on TikTok that I don't know about? Or did they just come up with this?
Great question.
Great question.
Right?
Yeah. whose idea was
Right,
this?
right. Or are they like,
it
are they
Moondog
literally
or was it-
copying something? Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, I forget his name.
Boomer? No, not Boomer.
Well, Moondog is the.
Oh, you were saying
the
the
mascot.
in-arena
Yeah.
guy name. Oh, I got no idea. I didn't even know that was the in-arena guy until you said it. I
I've
was like,
seen
oh,
him
yeah, that
before,
makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Ahmad Crump.
Okay.
Ahmad Crump.
Crumpy.
his Instagram, Crump style.
Damn.
I love this
Probably
guy.
gets a lot of followers. People seeking out the dance. Yeah.
Yeah. Had to include it, but it's definitely not worst of the week. It's just not.
Well,
It's
no,
just not.
the worst of the week in Cleveland or in that arena should be the raised floor, should it not? That'd be a late edition worst of the week nominee, I would say. I mean, we've talked about it before, but that thing is like 10 inches above this rubber mat covering their hockey rink in the Rocket Arena. And we just had Luka obviously roll his ankle, hurt his ankle. Luckily, wasn't too severe. But now the NBA is saying they're looking into it. They're going to talk with the arena and the Cavs and maybe try and fix this. Poor Drew Smith.
Yeah.
Didn't do that. Don't remember those reports happening
right,
when
that's
he
right.
literally sprained a ligament in his left knee, I guess it was, after he fell off the gap there and was out for the rest of the season, I think.
Luka has the most floor problems in the NBA. He didn't like the NBA Cup courts. He
Yeah.
said it multiple times, multiple
It's true.
years.
Slippery.
This one was, he didn't have to go that far.
Oh, he bounces back.
That's a
But
weird
it's still
one.
dangerous. I mean,
sure.
it's incredible. From what I've read, this is only the second injury because of the race court in that arena. Luka and then Drew Smith. Like, that's it in like, for I don't know how many
been playing there a long
seasons
time,
and they've done this, with this sort of
The
setup.
drop
but-
off at a court just stinks. I was playing with my man Phil. He sprained an ankle. I was going after a block on him. He fell off it's like a foot beyond the baseline. Ankle done. Walking boot.
Damn.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
And it felt because there was a
drop-off,
a drop off.
Yeah.
It's-
Where are you playing the hell's it?
Yeah, where were you playing?
It's outdoor.
sure,
It's
yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
crappers.
Okay. All right, some good worst of the week nominees, and really, really, what do you think about that Cavs halftime performance? Worst of the week or best of the week? Though I'll say, man, and I know a part of it was because of like crappy weather in the States here, and probably like delayed or canceled, I should say, halftime performances. But we've had some crazy things going on recently in the NBA. If you are a League Pass viewer and you're watching some of these, like, there's not a lot happening. Sometimes there's like just a half-court shooting contest.
Yep.
Some just people dancing. This was actually creative. This was something unique.
This was so
But-
good. Yeah, we have to question whether or not it's a TikTok trend. That's how good it was. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
did you guys do this on your own?
Like, who thought it up and who choreographed it? And, yeah, a lot of
We
questions.
see it again.
I also, at some point, I'll probably include him, but it's not a halftime show. But in the Raptors arena, there's always somebody that they go to who's a fan,
I know
that
you're talking
crazy
about.
fan.
Yeah.
Now he's got a shirt, like I guess it's his wife beside him now wears a shirt that says "Scary Terry" because
Yeah.
he's a scary guy going in from the third to the fourth, where they try and get you amped up, and Terry does a good job. He just goes crazy.
Yeah, he goes
every
nuts.
single game.
Yeah.
but now he's branded. Yeah, it's not the same.
Sorry.
It's not the same. He wasn't performing in game 43 as he was in game 1 through 42. That's all I got to say about Scary Terry, but he's funny.
I like
Very
the
funny.
cute Raptors kid more. Like stylish, cute little kid that they had just in the aisle,
Cute kid.
and they would go to him, and he's like dancing sort of.
Yeah, but
Crowd
I like
would pop
Scary
for him.
Terry. He's in the upper bowl. He's with the real people.
No,
you
he's a
know what I
diehard,
mean?
no doubt, no
Yeah.
doubt. All right, we had some dunk contest news, guys. Reports from Shams say Laker center Jaxson Hayes and Spurs rookie Carter Bryant. We were talking that through the other day. Hey, the dunk coach is in San Antonio. Who's he working with? Well, it's Carter Bryant, because they've accepted invitations to the NBA dunk contest at All-Star Weekend in LA. So we got two of the names. We got a big guy.
Got a big
we,
guy.
We got a rook in Hayes and Carter Bryant.
Yeah, Jaxson Hayes just did a East Bay against the Bulls. He can jump. Big guys don't have a great track record,
No.
and not a big Jaxson Hayes fan, but he is in the dunk contest, and Carter Bryant's going to try and jump over Wemby.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn, he's a big dude to do that. He's
Yeah,
like
he is tall.
6'6", isn't
Yep.
he? That would be that'd be a sight.
But I mean, if you're getting a spur in there, you got to try and jump over Wemby.
I know.
There's nothing else I want to see.
I thought you
Can
didn't
he
want
do
it. I didn't think you wanted any more jumping over things and people.
I
thought
don't.
you were done with that.
I don't, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's going to happen.
All right, you're
Is
probably
that-
right.
Is that why you called Carter Bryant? Just because you knew that?
Well, yeah,
Maybe
I knew
there's-
Castle wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
thing.
and Carter Bryant can jump.
Yes, I think that's a good thing that he's got Stephon Castle beside him, who had a good performance last year, just to give him a little confidence, because that's what it comes down to with dunk participants a lot of the time. You gonna bring it your first one? Like, at least he's got a little coach
Yeah.
who's not the professional coach.
Yeah, see, he's got him too. You're right.
So there's that. The Jaxson Hayes, I'm not super excited about.
No, he
Yeah.
he can do some pretty impressive things for a big guy, but Trey's right. I mean, go through the history of the dunk contest. There's a lot of Jaxson Hayes like guys, and,
Oh, we've
and
been there, yeah.
some do better than others, but for the most part, they're just there to fill it out, and that's okay.
Yep.
Just to fill it out.
But
Got out of 4.
you know, you say Carter Bryant should jump over Wemby. That would be amazing. But what about Luke Cornett doing his weird prevent defense? 'Cause he's a tall ass dude.
Okay.
Then he puts his hands up. You got to jump over that.
I don't mind it.
Okay.
Work your way up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Start with Luke Cornett. They got any other tall guys? Biombo still there? Who's taller, Luke Cornett or Biombo?
The Eclipse defense,
Yeah,
which
that's
is an
it.
interesting one because it's not anywhere close to the rim. It's like out there, you know.
Okay, so put Luke Cornett in between the free throw line and the rim. Have him do the Eclipse defense and see if Carter Bryant can jump over him.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's got 4. He'll get to do 4 dunks. So start by jumping over Biombo, then
Okay.
Olynyk, then Cornett, then Wemby.
Olynyk in a backwards hat.
Of course, yeah.
yeah.
Naturally.
All right, work your way up. Well, boy, Up the Night sponsored by Ziggy Dunk. I guess that's Ziggy Dunk. He's here in the stream team.
Yeah, he is.
He's always early. I love that. Ziggy's there. Generally first. Always saying ready.
Generally first.
Yeah, he is. He drops a ready there early in the morning. So Ziggy, thank you for sponsoring Whoa Boy. And man, you got a good one here. It's back to Cooper Flagg. Poured in a career high 49 points, the most in NBA history by a teenager. Finished 20 of 29 from the floor, becoming the first rookie with at least 20 made field goals since
Brandon Jennings.
My man.
Wow.
Brandon Jennings had 21
Nice.
made field goals in his 55-point performance back in 2009. But Flagg hit 3 threes. He made all 6 of his free throw attempts, grabbed 10 boards, blocked 1 shot in 38 minutes as he battled Kon Knueppel. What a game.
That was an awesome game. Did Brandon Jennings, you think, get the Whoa Boy when he had his 55?
Was I doing Whoa Boy in 09? I don't know.
Probably, right?
Maybe.
I bet he did. 55. He also had 5 rebounds, 5 assists.
Oh, obviously.
He
good game,
definitely,
yeah.
if I was doing it, he got it. Yes, for sure. All right, this is the drop, so we need to end with some rapid fire fun. Trey, you got the questions. The rest of us have the answers.
New Hawk CJ McCollum was excited that the team's Monday game was moved to the afternoon due to inclement weather. It meant that CJ could go house shopping with his family later that day. So he's been living in a hotel since being traded here. Maybe the Lowe's.
Yeah, that's where we stayed when we first moved here for a month.
It's a great hotel.
Beautiful.
Gave me a dog bowl. That was really nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Fellers, what's your favorite room in your house and why?
Okay, my real answer to this, favorite room in the house, you guys know my house layout.
Yeah.
It's my main room. It's one big-ass room.
It's a big room.
My house is very open concept. You walk in that door, you are in the front room, which immediately goes into the dining room, which immediately goes into the kitchen, which immediately goes into the living room at the back.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good room because it's my whole house, basically.
You consider that all one room?
Yeah.
I mean, it is the main living space, undeniably.
It's one room. If I'm in it and you're in it on opposite ends, we're in the same room. I'm sorry, we are. But
I guess that's true.
my fun answer to this is I love my attic.
Whoa,
I love going up there now.
interesting.
I used to be afraid of it. Now I'm like, I'd live up there if I could.
Had to break the seal.
Yeah, it's it's not a finished attic, so it's like it is a spooky attic.
Cool.
But it's fun as hell. Just looking at things up there, like just looking at how things were built.
It has like a pull down ladder.
I got
deal.
a pull down ladder.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's in
cool
the laundry
feature,
room.
man.
That's fun. I love taking that ladder down. How it unfolds. You look at it, you're like, how is that going to get all the way down to the floor? How'd they do this? The engineering's incredible.
What do you got up there?
Well, the HVAC unit. I do have my water heater in my attic, which is very rare.
Okay.
Which is always scares me
Yeah.
because don't worry, I got a sensor in case there's any sort of leak.
Good.
So I can immediately get up there, turn the water off. But that's the fear, right? You ever have a broken water
yeah.
heater or a leak? Then I gotta fix a ceiling probably.
Yeah.
Call
or
back
what
up.
if your sensor goes?
I know, Tess. I know, man. I can't sleep at night. Don't.
It just gives you another reason to go up there.
Exactly. I'm always up there. I'm always checking.
How's the sensor? Okay.
Good. Good.
Tass, what's your favorite room?
My room right at the front of my house is kind of away from the main room. So that's where you go to just get away. It's quiet. People aren't around there. It's super quiet. And you can watch what's going on in the neighborhood through the front windows. It's got some good afternoon light. That's where the
Beautiful
sun
room.
comes in.
You're talking about the one to your right? Like
Yeah.
when you go in, yeah.
Piano
That is a
room.
nice room. It's
a
like
room.
your
It's a
bar, it's
room.
sort of your bar too. You have all your.
It's got a
booze
built
in there.
That's nice.
Beautiful Lego display.
Beautiful Lego display.
I take-
Kids love the Legos.
I take you as someone that likes to keep an eye on the neighborhood. Is that true? And that's not a diss because I also someone like that, but you, I especially see that.
Thankfully, I don't. But I hear you. I am
Really,
sort of that
Taz?
person.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get it from my grandma. I mean, she used to do that. She used to live in a village where that's literally all they had to do.
Oh, man.
Entertainment.
Oh, there's a car here?
Yes.
What a day.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Oh, my dad he lived at the front window. He knew everything going on.
Yeah.
Everything. It's like, why don't you go outside? Nah, I'll just watch it from here.
It's like being outside, but I'm inside.
Ridiculous.
Jane,
But I've done it. Sorry, I do it. I do it now too. So.
Yeah,
it's nice to see people walking by.
spy on them. Oh, did you see Joe's new shoes?
We got a walk-in guy that's got like a big long beard, so long that it has probably has 6 hair things in it.
Wow.
Like to see that guy walk by.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He's our number one walker. JD, what's your favorite room in your house?
I hate my house. You guys are sitting in probably the nicest part of it, and it's cold as ice in here. I do enjoy. I'm like, not like you, Tess, but I like sitting in the chair outside my house, like out
yeah.
front. I am a watcher. we're in a dead end street,
Yeah.
so when people walk down and then they turn around and come back. Like,
You're always like, fool.
Idiot.
well, I think it's part of their route, though. Weirdly,
I live on a dead end too. There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
walk to the end and turn back.
yeah, and there's a farm down there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
true.
but yeah, I have a chair that's outside
the
my
favorite
house
part of
that I
your
enjoy.
room, the favorite room in your house is the chair outside
Yeah.
your house.
Yeah,
Yeah, whenever we have an online meeting, a Zoom meeting, or whatever you call it, that's where you are.
that's right.
That's true.
It's weirdly the quietest spot, because it's a cramped space in here. But anyways, yeah,
Outside.
a wicker chair outside my house, my favorite room in the house.
I love being outside too, man. Don't worry. You don't even have a front
It's
porch,
great.
though.
Yeah, exactly. It's just literally just sitting outside my kitchen window. I don't have a kitchen either. I forgot to say that.
All right, man, you're depressing the hell out of me.
Yeah, no kidding. We had the lighting
we love
guy.
this
We
room.
had our lighting guy come in here and light this place. It's like, oh, I like the little kitchenette you have there. I'm like, God damn it. That's actually the kitchen, Tony. That's the whole thing. It's like, what happened to the counter? Don't ask, man. Don't ask. Anyway.
Well, I'll be heating up a lentil shepherd pie over
Hey,
there.
enjoy that.
Crap, I
Jeff.
forgot my lunch.
Oh, hungry boy. Hungry
Get
boy.
Chick-fil-A.
Benny the Bull changed his number from 1 to 99 after the Bulls retired 1 for Derrick Rose. We weren't the biggest fans of this. So,
No.
guys, what's something else that has changed that needs to go back to the way it was?
Survivor needs to go back to 39
Yes,
days.
preach.
Whoa, okay.
Yes. Okay,
Old
come
school
on.
guy.
Yes, come on. Especially, I wish they were here for Survivor season 50 coming up. That would have been the perfect time.
Yeah.
To test these people, get them back out there living for a month and a half. But it will never happen. So this is just me moaning about it. I don't mind the 26 days. Survivor's still great, but 39 days, that's something. That's when
That's
you're
a long
really
time.
missing your family. Okay.
That's right.
I don't miss my family after 3 weeks. I'm sorry. Like,
We've done it. It was easy.
we've done it.
It's easy. I had
Yeah.
babies at home. I was like, it's already time to go home.
39 days though. Yeah.
39 days. Yeah. I'm ready to go home.
Do you want the shows to go back to 60 minutes too? Now they're 90.
Now that we do the show and cover it, whatever. Maybe. Yeah.
I thought you meant our podcast because that's never happened again either. 60-minute shows, remember those?
Oh no.
Tass, what's something else that's changed, needs to go back?
This sounds like a real get off my lawn type of argument, but I'm okay with it because I think people will agree. I want to stop the asking for tips for everything. Like on every point, come on every point of sale.
It's gotten out of hand.
Oh gosh, it's nuts. And I honestly, I care way too much about the person across the counter from me who's telling me, yeah, just say yes or no. Yeah, say green or red or whatever. They do what they got to do.
Yeah.
I shouldn't care about them. They should have a high wage,
Right.
And they shouldn't give a poop, and I shouldn't give a poop. But it's in every single different type of establishment.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Every transaction now. You're right.
Yeah, it really is. Like the person that I'm looking at, who I'm dealing with, may not do anything for me, or they may bring the food over to a table or whatever. But I don't want to factor that in. I just don't want. I don't want to do it. The whole thing. I don't want to deal with it. It's too much.
Give a poop, we don't give a poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they went to the iPads,
Yeah. Right.
more like iTips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JD, what's going back?
Well, this is sort of dumb, but I miss buying software like where you get a box and a disc, and now you don't buy the software, you rent it, right? It's a subscription.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yes.
forever paying for Premiere Pro. Forever.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Oh, they're smart.
Not a one-timer.
It's better business model, I get it, and sure, there's support, I guess, but like I used to run a Pro Tools version into the ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
You master it.
Yeah, and then things get obsolete, fine, and then you spend another $500 to get the newest version. And it's old man yelling at cloud again, but I'm just tired of renting stuff. There's a
fair.
plugin that I use on Premiere Pro. I pay $30 a month for it. That's forever.
That is crazy.
That's like yeah.
And you got a tip on that.
Yeah, I have to tip. I do tip. They don't do the flip, but I just add it on out of habit.
It's true. It's annoying.
Yeah.
What's the plugin do?
It automatically cuts the show for when we do shorts. It's a Jerome turned me onto it.
Okay.
And it saves literally hours a day.
Okay, so
it's worth it.
Yeah.
But still.
But also,
But this sounds like something that's probably not updating all that often.
no, not at all.
Yeah. So that's the part that's a bit of a scam.
Yeah, I've got one app that I had a one-time payment for. It feels amazing. You know, I've got InShot. Yeah, it's great. I paid once for it. I got it forever. I don't have to pay monthly.
You prefer that.
Well, gosh, yeah. Totally. We all do. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. That's strange. It's rare.
It is rare.
Everything's a
yeah, because they're
subscriber.
like, you'll forget you even pay for it.
That's
the other part.
That's part of the business model.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Don't worry, you won't remember. You'll probably delete it from your phone, but you'll be still paying for it.
Yeah.
Good question here in the stream team. Side question from Javante Music. JD, you ever make any beats? You ever making beats over
Making
there?
beats? Nah. My beats making days are over. I used to, but not anymore.
Drop on Substack. 4x Friday coming back. Something else that needs to come back. 4x Friday. 76ers fans have been leaving positive reviews for Dr. Jonathan Glashow, the surgeon who's been working on Joel Embiid's knees for the past year. Things like, I would just like to say I love you and what you've done for Embiid and the 76ers, and you're the GOAT, and I got my joy back now. Guys, who is someone you would like to thank for an unusual reason?
I have a weird answer, I think. I would like to thank Post Wrestling's John Pollock for recording a nearly 4-hour-long podcast where he breaks down the history of the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
It's fascinating to me, and he does an incredible job. This guy talks for 4 hours by himself, going through every Royal Rumble and more, like sort of like what that led to, what else was on the card, not just the match itself, where WrestleMania went. It is awesome. So 1988 all the way through to 2025. I'm almost done it. I've almost wrapped it up. So I'm just getting in the Royal Rumble mood is my point here. But
Is
thank
it
you.
next week?
No, it's this weekend.
Oh.
It's on Saturday afternoon.
Oh.
So, hey,
See you
man.
there.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Is that why you had that Razor Ramon factoid?
I
just
did.
Chambered?
Razor Ramon never went in the Royal Rumble. That's crazy.
Why didn't he get an invite?
Here's a trivia question for you guys. You guys, I think I've asked you this before, so you might get it. Who won the first ever official Royal Rumble in '88?
Andre the Giant?
No.
Big name guy.
Well, that's the thing. I would say it's not a big name guy. It's a guy you all know. You maybe had the wrestling figure.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
No, but that level. I would say sort of exactly that level of fame.
Roddy.
No, he's probably too big.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Bingo.
Hey!
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I think I remember that.
Hamilton, Ontario.
In Hammertown?
Yes.
A man walking around with a 2x4 in Hammertown. Ready to hammer you down?
Yeah. So anyway, it's great. And
4
John
hours.
Pollock, good old Canadian boy. It's a great. This is the one podcast I listen to recap Monday Night Raw or SmackDown because I am not watching those.
He's a real
So they
Dan
do a good
Carlin, just doing it by himself.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's like so many times, like you can tell his mouth is getting dry though. He's like, and he just keeps
No
powering
edits?
through.
I know 4-hour freestyle.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't know for sure.
He does
but
it that good.
You got like
it's good.
musical tracks or anything? No. Just a man talking. Wow. Okay.
I think he's doing a video component. I'm only listening to the audio podcast, but like he talks about posters, so he must be showing the posters on the YouTube part. But anyway, Royal Rumble this weekend. Here we go.
Honestly, drop the link. That sounds great. Tass, who are you thinking?
I'm thanking a Wool Boy sponsor of ours, giving it away because he's sponsoring in a couple weeks. But Brad Hartzell, he put me on to a concert that's happening. It's this thing that happens in Tennessee/Virginia because it crosses the state line. It's called Bristol Rhythm and Roots.
Okay.
Sounds like fun. That's all.
Who we got on the card?
Well, I don't know any of these. It's country/bluegrass.
Oh, picking the banjo.
A lot of picking.
So you think you're gonna go?
I don't know about that.
Oh,
But I am excited. I'm excited about the possibility.
just like knowing it's a thing. Okay.
Appreciate the recommendation.
It's a nice recommendation.
It's cool. It's cool.
We'll have some recommendations coming.
Am I going?
Our way.
I don't know. I mean, I would love to go across a state line. You know, that's where they host it. It's on. I think it's on State Road or State whatever it's called. It's called State something. which, yeah, it's on the state line of Tennessee and Virginia.
Who are you here to see perform? No, I'm just here for the state line. Thank you.
Well, yeah, listen, I mean, you guys tell me if you've heard of any of these bands. Well,
Yeah, okay. Let's hear 'em. Give us a couple.
Yeah.
no, it's going to take me about 30 seconds to get them.
Oh,
So you don't want to hear that.
never mind.
Bristol Rhythm and Roots, that's what it's called?
That's the one.
See you there. The birthplace of
When is
country
this?
music. That sounds good.
Yeah, the
man.
birthplace of country music.
There's got to be a big name or two then that we know.
Sierra Farrell.
Okay, no. Keep
That's the
going.
number one.
Ooh. Okay.
Mary Stewart and his fabulous superlatives.
Sorry, can't say I'm
The Del
familiar with it.
McCoury Band.
Okay, what is
Braxton
going on?
Keith. Monrovia.
Nope.
The Creekers. Maggie Antone. Hannah Dasher. Cruz Brothers. Daryl Scott String Band featuring Rob Ickes.
Please say sheepdogs. Please say sheepdogs. Please say sheepdogs. Okay,
Big
no.
Daddy Love.
I don't know any of these.
No,
I
me
might be
neither.
going for the state line too.
This is actually amazing. This looks like a big festival with a lot of names and haven't heard of a single one of them.
Yeah.
Is somebody screaming in the stream team right now? You don't know McCool and the Flowerbirds? Like maybe. Sorry.
Name for a band.
What did I even say?
McCool and the Flowerbirds.
That is a cool name. The cool
Off
and
the
the
top of my
Flowerbirds.
dome, man.
JD, take us home. Who you
good.
thanking?
Oh, I forgot about this question, but real quick, I want to thank the person who invented the skip intro on Netflix. You know,
Yeah.
skipping the intro.
Oh.
Actually, better than that. The guy or girl who invented bringing the captions in when you rewind 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Like there are some apps like Apple TV or whatever. When you rewind,
Yeah.
they bring up the captions for 20 seconds.
Even if you don't have the captions
Even if you
on.
don't have them on, which is awesome
didn't
because
know that.
That's really
90% of
cool.
the time it's like, what did that guy say?
What did they say? Yeah.
And then you go back and then they just pop on and they disappear after 20
Oh,
seconds.
that is a cool
It's pretty
feature.
cool.
Feature.
Yeah.
I can't remember which. It's pretty sure Apple TV does it. Maybe the cock, but
Literally, League Pass does that sometimes.
oh really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
That's a good feature.
It's very very smart because I hate the captions in general. Like I don't like having them on.
Yeah.
But if I don't hear what they're saying,
Yeah.
then bring them up. It's great.
All right.
cool.
Very cool. Way to thank some unusual people there.
Those are good thank yous.
We would like to thank some people as well. How about that segue? Only two. We're talking founding members on our Substack page. Two names that we've been putting off for weeks now in banking. But we get to them today and we salute them for being late arriving founding members, but founding members none the same. And that is Owen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Owen.
Yes.
Thank you. And Adam James.
Thank you, Adam
So we are
James.
now all caught up on our founding members. But if you can still become one and obviously become a founding member on Substack, and then you will get a shout out here on the Drop Podcast. But thank you. And thank you to everybody that has subscribed, paid subscribers, free subscribers. We love all the people that are checking out our fun on Substack. Still waiting on your Taco Bell
Yeah, it's coming.
rundown. Yeah, okay, good.
It's the most highly anticipated post on our Substack.
I know.
Thus far.
I know.
Oh, get out of here. We do great stuff on Substack. This is not going to be part of the elite posts that are happening on Substack. But it'll be there. It'll be there.
I'm excited.
Still subscribe.
It's still subscribed.
Yeah.
I want to talk about
what we like and our recommendations coming later
Yeah.
today. So I think we're up to volume 16.
Yep.
I got a fun recommendation for everybody today. So yeah, go check that out. Okay, that's it for us here on The Drop. I will say Sunday Night Basketball premieres this weekend.
Oh.
NBC Sports marquee program of the week. I guess with football now over, it begins this Sunday, February 1st. Doubleheader, Lakers, Knicks, Thunder, Nuggets. So that's Sunday night. A lot of basketball on all weekend long, but yeah, something to watch for. You got the Royal Rumble, of course. People tell me the Pro Bowl's on.
I'll probably skip that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lots of stuff on this weekend and a lot of basketball, and we'll talk about it on Monday. Also, last call for No Dunk's 20th anniversary shirt. You got today and you got tomorrow, and then it's gone forever. So go to nodunks.com and grab yourself a 20th anniversary No Dunk shirt. Love this design from our friends at breakingtea.com. So go grab it because once we hit February, it's out of here.
See ya.
Also, if you are a Traders fan or maybe just a No Buffs fan, we will be live today around 1 p.m. Eastern to recap last night's banquet episode. That's what they're sitting at there. And we're going to debate whether or not it lived up to the hype. because Alan Cumming was hyping up this episode. So we'll talk that through with Nora here in the classic castle we call the factory when we do our No Buff Traders episode. What are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm just wondering if the black banquet delivered, as you said. That's what you call it.
It's called the Black Banquet.
Yeah.
Oh man, we'll talk about it on No Buffs, but Nora had some true sicko shit leading into this episode.
Ooh.
She looked up, I guess, because last episode, Alan Cumming said something about his banquet, and he mentioned like something about Scotland 1440. So Nora, of course, was looking up, well, what happened in Scotland in 1440? And there's a very famous like banquet and killing and all that. And she was like throwing out this like, prediction, I guess, earlier in the week. I'm like, you're in the weeds, man. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, God damn it, she was sort of along the right line. So we'll talk about that and the episode and who went home, and we'll have some fun later today. 1 p.m. Eastern, No Buffs has its own YouTube feed and podcast feed. All right, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, you can kind of skip the intro for No Dunks on YouTube, because we trim it. And I mentioned that because JD just reminded me when he said he likes the skip intro option that yesterday's was not trimmed. That's my fault, but it's also YouTube's fault because it's like
processing.
Yeah, but thanks for the reminder, JD.
Embrace the weekend, people.